And I couldn't believe that nobody was paying attention to that on Shana Podham's big night on SNL. And boy, were we connected with this story here. And we've got some insight, that I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about here. I'm sure you've heard the Joke World version of this. I'm sure you've heard all the stories about Shane. But, what we discovered during this night was that, wow, Jules and I are really the only people in America that have watched every episode of SNL against our wills. And I'm talking the 80 Bryant era.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I started watching SNL when I was so young. I was not allowed to stay up that late, but I would stay up that late. I would watch it. And I don't think I've missed an episode since 1990. So I knew what was going to happen.
Every SNL episode is the same.
Every episode of SNL is the same. They're all really atrociously terrible, and they get worse as they move on. And the musical performances usually bomb and are the worst musical performances of their career. Lana Del Rey, the reason some of you even hate her was because of her appearance on SNL, which made her into a total goof, and she became a meme before she even became a star. And she had to fight through that and gather this fan base who can look past it, but many people still don't. The Red Hot Chili Peppers, go watch some of their performances on there. SNL has some of the worst stuff going on in the world on that stage. Everything about it. The cast members will make you violently sick. I've been bitching and complaining. I liked this show as a kid because it felt like an event, a live event, which I believe the world needs more of. There's nothing finer than a shared live event, especially when you're younger, 10:30. That's a hot hour, man. And it would have been nice if SNL was good. Imagine if SNL was good or good enough where it didn't make you sick. Imagine if it was. But no, that is not the case. I mean, the actors on that show are so sickening. And I'll tell you about the ones that you're not hearing about. Most people will go directly to the women. And while they are horrifically sickening, Kenan Thompson could be even more grotesque. And they've had him on the show for 22 years. I don't know if you know this. He's the only cast member that has broken the rules, and he doesn't have term limits. Most of the cast members, there's term limits. You got to go. 8 years, you got to go. Not Kenan. He's on there with the cheapest, fakest sounding voice I've ever heard. And this new Good Burger 2 looks horrible. And guess who's in it? Lori Beth Denberg from All That, Nickelodeon's All That. Lori Beth Denberg, who I thought now transitioned into a popular actress. I thought maybe she's in shows and stuff. No. Lori Beth Denberg went the way of Michael Ray Bauer. She went insane, and she's got 2 different eyes, and she's enormous, and she can't think anymore. Really? She's in Good Burger 2 with Kenan Thompson. If that's just some Good Burger stuff for the Good Burger people out there. I don't know. Is Less Than Jake involved in Good Burger 2?
We got to watch it.
I bet it's a very highly produced. I can't listen to Less Than Jake. They've polished that thing. It might as well be AI. So Saturday Night Live, we knew what to expect. We knew that the sketches were going to be horrendous. These people went into it. It was really fun to watch.
Every single person started going, the first sketch was the worst. It's like, it's always
the
worse than that.
They couldn't believe it. And it really broke my heart. It's like, oh, it must be nice not having to watch SNL every week for your fucking life. Must be nice, because that's all I saw were Twitter comment after comment of some people who had never seen the show, or they said, I saw this comment 1,000 times. I haven't seen this show in 30 years. Lewis even said that himself. Most of the comics said that. Well, what gives... I'm sorry, Mr. President. I didn't know you didn't have time to watch SNL. How did you get out of this? To me, I thought that was mandatory. But no, I'm the asshole here. I've been stuck watching how many hours of my life gone to that show and staying home on Saturdays, more importantly, throughout my whole life. I stayed home on Saturday night. I had a line around the block of people trying to get me to have plans with them. And I said, guys, I'm sorry. I could come out after SNL, and that's when I came out. The cool people came out at 1:30. That's when our party started. Me, Nelly, most rap groups from that time. We didn't go out till 1:30. If you were caught out before 1:30, it was like, oh, look at this fucking... He's so excited to be out and seeing everyone. Nah. You had to play it cool. 1:30, and you should have been watching SNL, which nobody did.
They got it all mixed up. They all are like, oh, Shane's going to have to be rubbing shoulders with that gay little twink Bowen Yang.
They got it all mixed up.
Bowen Yang is the biggest star they have.
They got it all mixed up. Nobody knew what they were watching or what they were. The commentary was all off. And, you know, people had started misplacing their anger for Shane's firing. Remember, Shane got fired because they dug up podcast evidence of him basically saying he wanted to eliminate the Chinese. No, you know what? It was nothing like that. It was Shane just saying, Chinese, Chinaman. That was the extent of his edgy comedy, which I am making a case here tonight that Shane's comedy, not edgy enough, not even close. This is what I call a clean woke comic. Okay. Shane's big thing was that he finally said retard on SNL. And I saw the magas. Oh, I saw my people, the magas, all over Twitter going, dude, this is a win for everyone. Retard and gay were said on national TV. You know, they got Joe Rogan in their head thinking that these words have been stripped and that there's nothing on TV besides... And while the majority of this TV is pretty whack, it's not necessarily...
it's not even as bad as you guys think.
It's nowhere near as protected, and you're not allowed to say things as you all thought it was. And I see them all celebrating Shane. He said retard. Oh, yeah? Because if I recall... It's supposed to be context is what matters. That's what all the free speechers always say. It's context that matters, not the word. Okay, well, the context of his retard joke was how great people with Down syndrome are. You heard the joke, right? It's a love story with Down syndrome people. What the fuck is edgy about that? You want edgy? Here's my joke at Down syndrome people. I wish they would murder every last fucking retard in sight. They make me sick, SNL. I can't even look at them. Thank God they've all been aborted. Thank God there's barely around. I went to school with one. He made me nauseous. He had food all over his mouth. He makes me sick. I don't find any joy in them. They've ruined Kill Tony. No. Shane talked about how great people with Down syndrome are. Oh, this is a regular Trump. He's breaking so many rules. That's breaking rules to you? And then he called himself gay because he used to hang out with his mom too much. He called himself gay. Context is what matters, free speechers. You need my leadership. So, and I am on the side of the free speechers, and I am one of them.
As always.
So I'm not talking about this as... like a Tim Heidecker would. Now, I've proven to you that Shane is not edgy. He went on SNL and praised Down syndrome people, said that they're funner than the rest of us. They're great. And then he went on to do sketches. Now, to me, there's not really, there's no such thing as good sketches. I see these people all over Twitter. Oh, but Gilly and Keeves. It was horrible. It was the same as the sketch shows that you think are so terrible. Like, Shane's job on SNL, I saw everybody going, Shane was the only good part about SNL. And it's like, no, you just like Shane. He was doing no better of a job than their other cast members were doing. So... Shane went on a show that you say is the worst show in the world and did worse than the people who do it regularly that you are so sickened by. How is that any sort of victory?
And nobody talks about this, but every other sketch show is boring because it's just like a little, unless it's like the funniest. I mean, I think You Should Leave. I don't know. Is there any good sketch shows?
I'll say this.
But
one of my
none
favorite
of them are
sketch shows is
live.
Josh Richards' sketch show. It's on YouTube. It's got barely any views. No one's watching it. That's edge. They all have the same amount of edge, by the way. None of them are edgy. I mean, really, what are we talking about here? You're fooling yourselves into believing Shane Gillis. Joe Rogan isn't edgy. There's nothing. They're not saying anything edgy. We shouldn't be cheering them on. You should be cheering on me. I'm the only one saying anything edgy on this online.
At the very least, on SNL, you get to see people attempt to do something
Live.
Even though it's awful 100% of the time, at least they're
Gillian
trying
Keeves,
to
how
do
many
it
takes
live.
did Gillian Keeves do for their stupid bits that are just as horseshitty as anything SNL has? You know, you shouldn't be rooting for a guy doing sketch. Sketch has always been gay. You a stand-up or a actor in a sketch show. It's not cool. It's not cool unless it's live and almost being done to mock it being a sketch. But Shane Gillis is in the writer's room with the other writers that you despise. Shane Gillis wants to be them. He wanted to be on SNL in the first place. He wanted to be on the show that you deem the most offensive thing towards human dignity in comedy that you've ever seen. As I've read, after Shane's appearance, the whole world agreed. You know, some people didn't, there were many people who didn't agree on how Shane did, but everybody agreed that SNL was horrible. Horrible, right? Unbelievable. And they took, you know, Shane was fired for saying Chinese. Wasn't a big deal, okay? They've said much worse about the Chinese. And then I saw an enormous amount of people who took it as it's because Bowen Yang. And they blamed Bowen Yang, and all these people that are fans of Shane hate Bowen Yang. Bowen Yang is worlds above Shane, both in stand-up and in sketch. Sorry. Unpopular opinion. I didn't know y'all hated Chinese people. Or is it because he's Chinese and gay? That's a no-no. I'll tell you why Bowen Yang isn't so bad. He suffers from, and this is true, Bowen Yang is a psycho. He suffers from depersonalization. Jules, why don't you explain to the audience what this disease is? Wait till you hear what Bowen Yang has going on.
Oh, it's when you like have an out-of-body experience.
All the time.
And yeah, you go through life viewing yourself from the outside or something like that.
He goes through life viewing himself from the outside so much they had to wrap him up and throw him in an institution for a little bit. Really? Now, Bowen Yang is blowing it by having a podcast with another queen who is using Bowen. Bowen needs to fire that guy. That queen that you're doing your podcast with is just as nasty as 21 Savage was. But Bowen Yang, it was very interesting seeing everybody going, and fuck Bowen Yang. I wonder if Shane and Bowen Yang will do. Why? Why would they? It literally has nothing to do. Oh, do they think that they only hired Bowen Yang because Shane was busted with the Chinese thing and they fired Shane for the Chinese thing? And now, right, we're bringing in Bowen Yang. But still, that's not Bowen Yang's. And fans of Shane, what business? You're not in the hate business of that degree where you're hating Bowen Yang over a Chinese misunderstanding. You know, that is a Chinese misunderstanding. Bowen Yang did nothing wrong. And Bowen Yang, I wouldn't mess with him, is what I'm saying. I wouldn't be so quick to mess with him. He has depersonalization. He's capable of anything. And you nitwits online, believe me, you're the least of his fucking problems. So,
don't you feel bad for Shane though? Don't like the amount of pressure that he must have been under?
The amount of pressure and
is insane.
He did snap, and I don't know if anyone's covering this. Shane did break under the pressure, not on the show, but in a now deleted tweet. As you send that to me, wait till you see what Shane tweeted and deleted after reading all the fanfare from his appearance on SNL Saturday Night Live. You know, next week's is going to be Sydney Sweeney. And I saw a lot of people mention the two trying to crack jokes about next week is going to be Sydney Sweeney. I didn't see many, or maybe I'm wrong. Did you see any jokes that said, wow, Sydney Sweeney is on SNL next week, so 2 retards in a row? Am I imagining people saying that?
I don't.
Or is that what I thought? And thought that was just standard conversation about the two of them. Sydney Sweeney's going to be next week, and we're going to watch that. And it's going to be no different than the episode of Shane. You know, and she'll bomb even more. So it was very weird seeing all these articles. Shane bombed. Shane bombed. Shane was nervous. He was fine. He didn't bomb. So that's really crazy. And even people that were fans of Shane were saying stuff like, he didn't bomb. The crowd just really sucked. Well, did you listen to the show? Do you have a Sonos Arc? Maybe you missed it listening on your laptops. The audience was pretty much loud, or probably, I would say, louder than any other monologue gets on that show.
I thought that he was killing.
I thought, oh, okay, well, it's over. We tuned in, and I'm looking at my DraftKings panicking because I think I'm going to lose all my money on this. Okay, well, it's over. He's a star now. They all fucking love him. Because to me, the crowd sounded like they were going nuts for Shane. It sounded like they were screaming their heads off.
I read like every single article, and all of the people who said that he bombed were basing that on his little commentary. Like he says something goes, oh, I thought that one was funny, or like, oh,
yeah, they're basing it on that, but the headlines.
But he does that in his act all the time. He does that in his special.
That to me was
like
not
part of his persona. Those little comments.
That wasn't about
and
him.
Everybody took that as he thought he was bombing, which maybe he did. But I mean, what an unfair situation for this poor man.
I mean, if anything, he just did his. That's what he does. I mean, what you saw is what those fucks do. It's terrible. If you want to, or maybe the people who are crying a bombing are people like us, where yes, I know you all consider that good stand-up. To me, that's bombing. To me, that sucks. You get it? To me, that's not even close to what I would laugh at as a stand-up performance. So to me, it was bombing. To me, it was shit. But I think that's why I'm here screaming my head off about comedy, because I just think it's all shit.
Except
just
Robbie Hoffman.
Except Robbie Hoffman, who I've barely seen. I've seen 8 minutes of her. Okay, but look what Shane tweeted and deleted. For anyone who thinks this guy is being cool about this, he succumbed, right, to some stress here. Look at this tweet, now deleted.
I thought this was fake at first, but enough people posted it and swear to God that he tweeted and deleted it. I mean, I saw a million different screenshots.
Well, we're claiming that this is real. Shane says, I didn't bomb, and I didn't crush the libs, and the lady in the band not laughing is totally fine. Knock it off. Wow. So, yeah, there were a ton of tweets saying this little girl, they have a 12-year-old girl in the SNL band. She sits right above
Lolly.
A very older guy. She's a lolly. She sits there with a Telecaster. It's not a violin. And she did what she always does. Barely smiles, barely moves, and kind of just sits there with a, she's trying to just have a rather plain look on her face. And so a lot of people were cutting her out. She was being harassed a lot by Shane's MAGAs. And they were targeting her for not laughing. And they thought that the girl in the band behind Shane was doing a protest because she was such a lib. So they've created this whole fantasy about SNL. And they're forgetting that, that was kind of like 4 years ago they were acting like that. Now that's kind of all different people, And I don't think that girl was doing a protest. Again, I watch every episode of SNL. That's how she acts every episode.
She's a professional.
Trust me, I'm staring right at her the whole time, hoping she protests and is mad, which is what everyone should have been rooting for. But no, they're angered at that for some reason. That's the opposite reaction. And then Shane, he had enough. But why I believe it's Shane, it sounds like Shane because he goes, the lady in the band not laughing is totally fine. He says stuff like that, right? It's totally fine, right? Doesn't he say that on Legion of Skanks? Do we have a clip from him on Legion of Skanks? This is pretty funny. He was on Legion of Skanks just yesterday talking about.
This is big news for the comedy community. Joke world. I mean, this is the best week of his fucking life.
What I'm presenting to you is Shane is a very, very light, soft comic that is safe to play at schools. This is something that little kids, ages 8 and up can enjoy. That is it. Whether you like it or not, that's not to be argued. But when you're going around thinking, oh my God, this is some pretty risque, edgy, crazy, you've got your head all wrong. You've got it. So here it is. Shane on the Legion of Skanks. This
Phenomenal
is pretty good
job
stuff.
this weekend, man. It was so cool.
Incredible. Thanks, man.
It was. I was at Just for Laughs.
Cheers to G.E. Smith.
Everyone was so excited, man.
Oh,
I was
nice.
trying to get out of there, and it's funny I couldn't watch it in Canada because I don't have whatever streams NBC there. So everyone from my show was gonna go back to your room and watch the show now. I'm like,
Oh, you had to subscribe. You had to subscribe to Maple Plus.
So you got to see nervous little Shane, because now he's a big star, right? They've given him the world. They've given him the keys. He's got an 8-movie deal with Miramax. He's instantly been, projected. He's the new Adam Sandler. They've got him in everything. Netflix has him lined up for 6 more specials. They bought this pile of shit, Andrew Schultz infected pilot from him. Some homemade project called Tires that was just bought by Netflix. They're going to air this. People think it's going to be the next Office. It is not. It's co-stars Andrew Schultz, by the way. Okay, that's, immoral. And even Shane's fans all hate Andrew Schultz. Did you guys know that? But Shane is a new man now, and he wants to be part of Hollywood. He wants to be going to those parties, friends with those people, and he doesn't want to get kicked out again. Remember, he's the one who wanted to be on SNL in the first place. Think about what that is. You don't go on SNL if you're any cool. You go on SNL when you're ready to shake hands and hug a lot of fucking pieces of shit. Because you're hugging the cast. Why would you go on SNL? A.D. Bryant was a cast member there. So you want to be her coworker? You want to be A.D. Bryant's coworker? That, to me, is enough. I don't need to know anything more about a person than that. You want to hug half these hosts and guests that come on this show and musical guests? You want to hug and hang out with them? Shame on you. And that's what he wants. Now, he's scared as hell, and he's in this battle. Oh, boy, do they got a tug of war on Shane. Is he the internet's bad boy that is here to save speech, or is he Hollywood's new it boy? And he is being tugged like this. He don't know what to do. He's scared as hell, as he should be, and he doesn't have a plan. And now he's on Legion of Skanks, which he booked because he's got a plan. He doesn't want to look like he's selling out now. He doesn't want to look like he doesn't remember his past. He's going to do Legion of Skanks 2 days after his SNL. The first interview, Legion of Skanks. That was done. That was calculated. That'll make me look like I'm still same old guy that represents, the real ass community. So he gets on Legion of Skanks, but he's terrified. Okay. And Lewis is really, this is almost Lewis's best performance on any podcast I've ever seen coming up. Lewis, he goes for it here with Shane, and Shane gets pretty scared, and there's a lot of really disappointing moments in this. Giveaways, and that's why I say Joke World, this is not the guy for you.
Joke World loves clean comedy.
Well, yeah, maybe this is the perfect guy for Joke World. Could be absolutely spot on. Who's this girl? Pretty fucking hot. Looks like Megan Fox. Looks just like Megan Fox, who's the hottest chick. Did you know that? And I don't agree with that. By the way, I got to say this every 2 months. Megan Fox, to me, is nasty. Rotten to the core, nasty. I wouldn't go near her. I wouldn't talk to her. I wouldn't speak with her.
And how about this? Chelsea from Love is Blind does look like Megan Fox.
She looks exactly like Megan Fox. Stop harassing her. They're harassing her on Reddit. Stop harassing her. I don't like when regular girls, these Swifties, start harassing people. You're not a Swiftie then. Okay? You're not exhibiting the behavior of a Swiftie if you're harassing people on Reddit. Okay? She did nothing wrong. Okay, you got to watch this. This is a good insight here to Shane, the new Shane, who is really taking comedy for a ride. He's really selling out. Listen to this.
Something shitty. It's always shitty.
I'm gonna wait and see what NPR says about the monologue. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just fucking find out what Hollywood
Fuck it.
Reporter.
Dude, it's really
thinks about
funny.
all this.
Depending on the publication, it's either Shane Gillis.
You know, he's sitting here. He's so worried. He's sitting here. He's got this black baby doll. And now Shane's at the level. There'll be another. Why is Shane sitting? Why does the baby need to be black? Why is it propped up? You know.
Dave's shot has Proud Boys bear.
Yeah.
in it.
Did you see the proud? Look. Shane Gillis sits proudly next to a Proud Boys teddy bear and a black doll. Ha ha ha, I guess. I guess that's so funny. Why? Because it's an
And Shane just has to motor through this, being like, "Oh, that's fine."
Yeah. So
That's
Shane's in a
totally
really
great.
interesting position. This is a great time to Shane watch. Just like he was in that headlock in the pool with Kelsey Thompson or whatever his name was, Lynette Thompson.
Taylor Lewan.
Taylor Lalonde. He's in that headlock again, but this time with America. You know, so it's funny to watch him squirm, and we're the only show pointing this out. Nobody else really gets what's going on with the whole Shane stuff.
Dude, it's really funny. Depending on the publication, it's either Shane Gillis makes triumphant return to SNL or Shane Gillis bombs and offends everyone.
I didn't even see offended. It was just like, that's what.
He didn't like the fact that half the articles said he bombed. That wasn't a nice feeling for Shane. That was a terrifying feeling for him on the way to the after party, reading all the articles that he bombed. He doesn't want to be bombing. He doesn't want to be fighting for free speech. He wants to be a full Hollywood celeb. Let him get in there. Don't fuck this up. But he doesn't know what to do because he can't start yelling at you about it. But he did in that deleted tweet. It's proof. Watch little Shane. This is a big turning point in his life, and only I can help him. Once again, only I may help, because these rest of the guys, they don't have their eye on what's actually going on. They're so distracted by what they can get. From Joke World to Lewis. Watch this.
Shane Gillis bombs and offends everyone.
I didn't even see offended. It was just like, that's what, when I watched it, I was like, what the fuck are they possibly talking about? 'Cause I was like, shit, was it a rough monologue? And then it was not a rough monologue. And it's just like, it's just weird.
It was fun.
Yeah,
I
it
was
looked
having
fun. It looked like a lot of fun.
It was
It
funny
was a
though,
lot
'cause
of fun to
I
you?
had my phone off like all week because I was dying.
Yeah,
The
sure.
stress. And then in the car from SNL to the after party, I was like, let's see what everyone's saying. It was like Shane Gillis bombs like fucking. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I got done. I was like, damn, I did great.
Yeah.
That was the worst.
The worst hosting in history of
It was
SNL.
so hard not to.
You were no better than Hugh Jackman. I mean, really. And you guys don't watch the show, so you can't tell me he was the best. He was not the best. I mean, I've seen Ariana Grande kill. I've seen them all kill. You should see the fucking episodes we've sat through. He did no better than some of the worst, most boring football players who have hosted this show. Okay, watch this.
Really?
That's all
Oh,
I was thinking about. The
Really?
whole set, I was like, don't say fuck, don't say fuck.
Oh, during the yeah.
Don't say fuck this violinist behind me that won't laugh.
She's great.
Here we go. Okay. So Lewis brings it up. He brings up that girl that was behind Shane in the SNL band, who's not a violinist, Lewis. She is an electric guitar player. She's the Matt Mueling of SNL. She demands more respect than that. So Lewis goes, yeah, that violin, bitch. And this girl is probably the nicest person who works in all of 30 Rockefeller Center.
Yeah.
Don't say fuck this violinist behind me that won't laugh.
She's great. Why is everyone doing that?
This fucking redheaded twat behind me.
So he instantly, she's great. Why is everyone doing it? You know, he's got some frustration about this because every one of his fans was tweeting, he doesn't want you guys fucking this up. These are his new best friends. Don't ruin it for him. He wants to be part of SNL's Hollywood. That's 6 scene. He wants to go to those after parties every week. Him and Gillian Keeves basically making his own SNL with Gillian Keeves. He's an actor. He's a performer. This is worse than a gay or a retard. The words that they wanted to hear so bad. So he instantly defends the girl. He's very nervous about this. He doesn't want you guys fucking up his new life.
Why is everyone doing that?
This fucking redheaded twat behind me.
No.
By the way, if this bitch right here wouldn't laugh, I would turn around and spit in her fucking face. Laugh! You see that? That's the way you react if you're behind me.
I wish I saw that they weren't laughing. That would have been funny.
But it wasn't
Turn around
that.
and be like,
The band was. The most.
Yeah,
of the
they're
band was.
totally-
See,
They-
Big Jay, Honest Jay, similar to Honest Abe. Honest Jay is the only honest person I look up to. He's only not, he's dishonest about some of the sex stuff that he gets into. But that's Honest Jay. He goes, what? I watched it. The whole band was laughing. Listen to this.
Behind me.
No.
By the way, if this bitch right here wouldn't laugh, I would turn around and spit in her fucking face. Laugh! You see that? That's the way you react if you're behind me.
I wish I saw that they weren't laughing. That would have been funny.
But it wasn't
Turn around
that.
and be like,
The band was. The most.
Yeah,
of the
they're
band
totally
was.
The
fine.
band was one of them. Yeah, they were totally fine. Totally fine, just like the deleted tweet. There it was. Totally fine.
They weren't laughing. That would have been funny.
But it wasn't
Turn
that.
around and be like,
The
alright.
band was. The most.
Yeah,
of the
they're
band
totally
was.
fine.
Yeah.
They do.
Totally fine. Isn't that what he said in the tweet? There you go. Same guy, unless somebody is so smart, they would copy that. I mean, think about it. Shane Gillis fans aren't that smart to fake a tweet like that. Nobody's that smart to figure, oh, he says it was totally fine. I know he says that a lot. No. That's his stance. So that was his tweet. So he snapped on everybody because they're getting in the way of his new big career. I love this shirt, though. I can't lie. This is a beautiful Notre Dame shirt. I love the material on this. Paired with this hat, too. That looks fantastic.
They always do.
See, I watched it, but obviously I wasn't paying attention to that chick while I watched it. And then I saw the one freeze frame
They're just-
on Twitter,
yeah.
but I'm like, was she actually like stoned?
No.
Because it could.
I paid
They just
attention to what
captured a
mattered.
moment.
I paid attention to what mattered. The black guy in the back who was laughing at every single punchline.
That was big.
That was
was
huge.
big.
He's got dreads. The
Shane Gillis says that was big when a black guy laughed. Well, why wouldn't a black guy be laughing at you, huh? Why is that such an accomplishment to Shane Gillis? Hey, NPR, do you need a hand writing a few articles? Reach out to me, 69 bucks a pop, baby. I could give you headline after headline if you want Shane Gillis stuff. I got some sick headlines. Shane Gillis secretly in love with Swamp Donkey from Dave Portnoy universe.
whole thing. That guy is black.
I wish we had a black person here to laugh.
They fucking.
I pray to
There's
God
black
every
people
week.
here, but they just never laugh.
Oh, there is one. There she
Can't
is.
be involved in
What's up,
this.
girl?
He's
Race traitor.
scared.
You're with this
Ooh, see, he's trying to make faces just so he could be like, dude, see, I wasn't about that. Look at this.
Oh, there is
Honest
one. There
Jay.
she is. What's up, girl? Race traitor.
See? He made a little face showing, in case they clip this to get me out of Hollywood again. I'll be like, you could see I'm very displeased by them joking around about blacks.
What a
and-
horrible limbo to be in.
It is.
Half in Hollywood. I mean, that can kill you.
Here's Lewis's girlfriend back here. His new girlfriend.
Damn.
I don't know why he hasn't proposed to her yet. Tell her that on her IG.
A Skankfest wedding.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
It would be nice.
Be the only wedding I attend. Would be Louis J. Gomez, and I would love to meet my fellow peers at that wedding. I will be in a wheelchair, so that's my instead of a
Even
gun. You can't
try.
bring a gun to a wedding, but you can't sit in a wheelchair, and that means no one can touch it.
You're with this guy? Piece of shit. What would your
All
uncle say?
Look, all right.
Thanks, Lewis.
All right. Thanks, Louis. Let's wrap it up. You're going to see a lot of this. Let's get out of it. No, this is racism stuff. I know I had to do Legion of Skanks because, I got to remain hood, but he's going to be very verbally against all these little racial comments. He's not going to add to them, and he's not going to agree with them, and he's going to even eventually tell you, what they're saying, I do not agree with. You're going to see that. Uh-oh, Joke World. You're in big fucking trouble, Joke World.
But no, it was the dress rehearsal monologue. You can see the whole upper deck of the room. So I just watched Questlove not laugh. I was just up there like, oh fuck.
Can you get a
Questlove.
picture of Questlove's stone
Should we
face? and
fast
anytime
forward to the next one
Yeah,
here?
you can get a 425.
4. So what would I do?
0425.
0425. There you go. Here we are.
Drink 3 more shots.
Rubbing the hands together. Rubbing the hands together was for
There we
real.
go. Listen. Oh,
what
you're
I
gonna love this.
Thought was the funniest thing that opened the monologue. Was going. Love to see a plan come together like this.
That's so fun.
Love it when a plan comes together.
Shane, did they give you? Did they know you were going to say gay and retarded in the monologue? They had to, right?
Did you know you were going to say? Did they know you were going to say gay or retarded in the monologue? And you go, why was the word? Wait, what happened there? Was there like an audio glitch? Listen to this.
Shane, did they give you? Did they know you were going to say gay and retarded in the monologue? They had to, right?
Okay, so it appears they've edited the word retarded out on the Kings of Edge, the Legion of Skanks. So, to all the people cheerleading Shane on for saying retarded on SNL, just remember, it's not even allowed on the Legion of Skanks. I'm going to save your ears here. So they can't say retarded on Legion of Skanks, but shame on SNL for trying to stop him. Hey, on SNL, they let him say retarded. That is a word you can't even say on Legion of Skanks. So who's edgier? SNL or all these people fantasizing that they're the Edge masters, huh? Very interesting there.
They know. They just did what you're going to do.
No, I didn't do it at rehearsal.
You didn't.
This is a fib. This is a half fib. So he goes, did they know you were going to say the words gay or retarded? I love how people think that on TV you can't say the word gay. It's literally
pretty much half of SNL's sketches are gay themed, making fun of gay people.
And
themed.
by the way, the word gay is literally what they're called. It's allowed on every show. They don't bleep it. So people all over were putting him up like Teen Wolf in the basketball game because he said the word gay. That's what you guys need on TV. He said it in a context talking about him being gay. So it's not like he was on there, oh, finally, he says, fuck the trans people, you know, gay. You're applauding just the word gay being said, but it's not even banned from television. It is banned on Legion of Skanks, the word retard. So it must be awful if it can't be said on Legion of Skanks.
Right, they know. They just said, do what you're going to do.
He's going to do a fib
No,
here.
I didn't do it at rehearsal.
You didn't. And you just said, fuck it.
Shane's doing this is a fib for his audience, making him think that he's a badass freedom fighter like Norm. Okay, where's Norm now? Okay, where's the hero? Norm, you're not a hero if you're gone. Did he die of old age? No. He killed himself. So what kind of hero is he? I see the same people talking about how they hate the guy who burned himself alive with Palestine, saying that Norm Macdonald's great. Same fucking thing. So Shane's going to do a little fib, and they go, did they know you were going to say retarded or gay during your set? And he says, no. I snuck that in there. But he didn't, because it continues, and he explains. He gets the cheer. He gets the cheer.
Well, that's why Questlove wasn't laughing.
He did not laugh at rehearsal for that. Yeah, yeah.
You didn't give
And,
him the
They did not laugh at rehearsal for that, so you did it in rehearsal. So it wasn't something you pulled out to show them on national TV, and then he's going to explain how he did tell everybody.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was like, nobody's ever worn a T-shirt. You can't wear a T-shirt. You got to wear a jacket.
Changes the
I
subject.
was like, I'll wear a watch.
Louis C.K. wears a T-shirt on it every time. Same T-shirt that you wore, basically. Same color, same cut.
With it. And they're like, fine.
So they didn't know you were going to say gay and retarded in it. And did they say anything afterwards?
Some people knew.
Some people
I
knew.
told
The right
certain
people.
Yeah.
Oh, the right people all knew. Okay, well, there you go. So you just, to sound cool in the moment, because you got a big cheer when you're like, did they know you were going to say gay and retarded? You're like, nope, that was all me. Woo! Well, everybody knew. Okay, can you take back the cheer, please? You should give everyone in the room $5 for a refund on the cheer.
Oh, nice. The right people knew.
Lauren?
No.
And then he winks. So he's been doing this all episode. He says, Lauren, and then he says, no, but look, then he winks. What?
The right people knew.
Lauren?
No.
Okay. So you told everybody. Everybody knew. You can't. And this is what I mean. He's very afraid of the system. He's working with that system that they've all been complaining about.
Shane, I would advise against it.
No, you don't want to say that.
Did Lauren?
Everybody likes you. Why would you?
Did Lauren? Was there like a fun conversation of him telling you like it's like fucking go for it, man? Like it's.
Yes, he was
That'd be a
very,
cool
very.
fucking moment, yeah.
He was very supportive. He was always supportive.
I know. But
From the
saying, so
start,
there must have been a cool moment. Like
he was like, because I kept telling him what I was gonna say, and he was literally just like, "Don't tell me."
Let's do it.
Because he doesn't want to have. I'm sure he didn't want to have any.
He wants no
responsibility.
accountability.
Yeah, he's like,
That's hilarious.
"You're here. I trust you."
Yeah, and then he was shocked when you didn't say a damn thing that was against policy. That's why there were no beeps. You know, that's why there was nothing. Barely even any outrage. Nobody even cared. The word retarded has been brought back for years, by the way. They say it everywhere. You know where they said it? Episode 1 of Ted. That horrible Seth MacFarlane show. They said retard on Ted. Didn't make news. It's on national TV, right? What channel is Ted on now? We thought it would be on Fox, but it's not, remember?
I think it's on Peacock, the same as SNL.
Peacock, same as SNL. They said retard episode 1 of Ted, which we saw because we're doing the research. You know how many episodes of Ted I had to sit through to know what's up? You can't just run around. Everybody else runs around and says what's happening. Joe Rogan, you hear him every day. You can't do anything in movies anymore. You could do so much in movies. I'm covering my eyes in movies. They're doing so much. Half the movies we watch, I go, Jules, tell me when it's fucking over, and I'm screaming because they're doing something so offensive in a movie. But you got Joe Rogan and all these people parroting this information that you can't do anything in a movie, you can't do anything on TV, but they don't watch it. They have no idea what's going on, and that's an unfair report to people. Riling people up, enemizing people over something that's not even happening. It's a fantasy that it's happening.
Just
Have
go.
fun.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, obviously, you know.
And according to Louis, you said "F it."
I did not.
No, you did not.
They edited out
Behind the scenes.
But in my head, the entire time,
You were saying don't say it.
please don't say it for once.
If you can, for one time,
For
you're
once.
like, pull it together.
Dude, I was running the
You
monologue the
can
whole
go
time
to
in the cellar.
630
6:30. He was running the monologue. Did you hear that?
0630.
He was running the monologue. Imagine running a monologue. You know? I didn't even look over my fucking notes before coming here. That's too much. That's cheating.
Basically, and then I woke up on Sunday at fucking 3 p.m.
Oh,
and started going through it, and I was like, did I die? Just pictures of me with people like...
So this is what she's talking about. I don't know if you saw this. The day before SNL and the day of, every comedian was posting their version of when they were with Shane, the new all-star of the world. Tony Hinchcliffe's was one of the worst. Do we have that? Can you pull up Tony Hinchcliffe's Instagram? You got to see Tony's little Shane. You know, it's like when people die. This is why Photoshop Y was created for Dane Cook. You know, when somebody dies, everybody, all the celebs post a picture of them. Remember when Stan Lee died? Dane Cook's got a show. Hey, look, I knew him. Isn't this wonderful? And boy, did they get those posts up on Instagram super quick after the death. This would be like if moments after Richard Lewis died, I showed pictures of me with him. It's distasteful. So, in the same way that they do that whenever somebody dies, all the comedians decided to post pictures with Shane the day of SNL, showing that they knew him. And wait till you see this one from Tony Hinchcliffe, because we've never seen Tony act like this before. This was pretty bizarre. How bizarre. So look at Tony's little photo set. And Tony posts this. And wait till I read this caption to you. Oh, look at that. I got 100 likes here, Jules.
Congrats.
40 comments, 100 likes, 6 new friends coming up. So
You're
after the show, I'm in fucking heaven reading that. 100 likes. Could you imagine that? I'm a rich man, folks. So here's Tony, and look at him. He's posting a whole series. It's not enough to just do one photo. Here he is again with Shane, proving that he might have given Shane his start. Here he is, fake laughing at Shane. This black ink that shoots out. Here's Shane drinking the Bud Lights, of course, an epic shot. Here's Tony. Oh, he's shaking Tony's hand, proving they're really close. And then a black and white, as if Shane has died.
That's The Shining.
Yeah, it really is. Let's see, is there more? Oh my God, there's even more. Look at this. Tony's.
Even Red Band's like, okay, Tony.
I truly know him. Don't believe it? Here he is with Roseanne. Here, and just pictures of him. Kill Tony, of course. And look what Tony writes. My best drinking buddy, favorite DJ, Austin neighbor, future Hall of Fame guest, cancel cousin, you wish. And dear brother Shane Gillis hosts SNL tonight, and I haven't been this excited about that show since I was 12 years old. I'm stuck in Pittsburgh tonight, but we'll be having a viewing party somewhere here after the crew and I smash a theater. Make sure you watch. I have a feeling the usually woke networks will see a ridiculous shift. Unbelievable.
And all of the people being like, wait till SNL sees the spike in
Yes.
rate. It's like, you do know every other SNL host is a giant
star.
celebrity.
They're like, SNL's never, this is a historic moment in SNL's ratings thanks to Shane fans. It's like, have you seen they've literally had like the president on. So it was really misguided, but here Shane's going to talk about the people posting these pictures, and here you're going to see Lewis with another slam dunk, although he has edited retards, so I'm deducting a bag.
But
I'm going to give the bag
you
back.
were saying that, I hope, since I love Lewis right now, maybe the guy who posted this clip just did all of that editing, now that I think of it.
Well, they're directed to, because they don't want to lose the monetization on YouTube.
So
they want to make a money off of Shane. That's interesting. Friends making money off of Friends. I hope he's not trying to make any money off of me. So, okay, Shane's going to speak on this, and Lewis, I'm going to give him back a bag after what he's going to say here.
I was like, did I die? Just pictures of me with people like. Also, that was the funniest part. Is like, it was like everybody being like, "Yo, me and Shane are boys." I was blacked out in every picture. Every single picture posted was like me laying in a parking lot. Like,
I didn't even know I met that guy.
It did feel different with you, and I did not do that because that's gay as fuck. But
Thank you, Lewis. And I did not do that because it's gay as fuck. You hear that, Tony C? You little rotten rat. And then they're all going to cheer. It is gay as fuck.
it did feel different with you, and I
don't
not
use
do
those
that 'cause
terms.
it's gay as fuck. But for the people that did do that with you, like, to be honest with you, like,
I thought it was nice.
it was because it was different because I genuinely felt like everyone was truly happy for you.
Oh yeah.
And it
we're
wasn't-
drinking.
It wasn't like a lot of people like, dude, like nobody's happy for Bert
I give him another bag.
or Andrew Schultz.
Hey,
I love them.
Andrew Schultz, who's in Shane's new Netflix show, Tires.
and look at Shane's surprise.
Andrew Schultz is Shane's good buddy.
He knows about Bert, but he didn't know about that everyone hates
No,
Schultz.
so this is great because Shane and Schultz are actually really good buddies, so much so that Shane, in his self-produced series, Tires, which Netflix just bought and will be airing soon, he hired Andrew Schultz out of his own pocket to be on this show, Tires. And he's just finding out now that Schultz is kind of hated. He's one of like the hated comics. Like, for those of you who don't know, Schultz has a ton of hate. Like, there's a lot of people who don't
Here,
like
quickly
Schultz.
go back to next up and click the Tires note.
Tires. Did he pop up? There he is. Okay, so this is after they saw Andrew Schultz in one of
The
these
poster's
pictures.
like, Tires.
Tires with Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz is the top comment. Money's going up, baby! Business is booming, dog! And then look at all the comments here. Any chance you'll have time to reshoot without Andrew Schultz? Top comment, 460 dogs. Oh, great. Andrew Schultz is in it? God, I hate him. 43 dogs. Why can't they get away from Shulz? Dude is a terrible actor and a shittier comic. 47 hearts. And then you hear Lewis make this crack about Shulz to Shane, who's just now releasing a series with Shulz.
It wasn't like a lot of people like, dude, like nobody's happy for Bert.
Big laugh.
Andrew Shulz.
Andrew Shulz.
Hey.
I love
Hey. That's my co-star that I hired, self-hired. So he didn't know. He's a little distracted here with all his fame and fortune that he didn't know that Shulz is on the outs. He ain't cool.
You could go to 8 minutes if you want one more second of Lewis making him nervous.
Okay, Lewis making him nervous. The name of the game, and this is why we've deducted bags, but we've given them back.
That sketch with the sex doll chick, you guys had a lot of chemistry.
Physical
I
chemistry.
saw throughout the entire night.
The whole gag.
That was cool.
The whole gag
how
was
that?
So if you remember, assuming everybody saw this whole episode, he did a sketch with Tim Heidecker's Sarah Squirm. Sarah Squirm was Sarah Sherman's original name. They made her change it for SNL. It was too wacky. So they changed it to her maiden name, Sarah Sherman. She's the crazy-looking psycho. We've been, keeping an eye on her. And
What if, you know how there's like the iconic SNL, like everyone's like, more cowbell. Like there's all the SNL skits that everyone knows. Now the SNL skits that everybody knows are going to be Fugliana. Because
so they did.
Only the ones on the Shane episode.
Yeah, so they did this sketch called, I hate to say it. This is one of those things I don't like repeating. Fugliana. Oof. It hurt me to say. Which was a sex doll that was ugly for guys that were too intimidated by hot sex dolls. And Sarah Squirm played the main ugly sex doll that Shane Gillis was palling around with. So you got this guy here. He's going to go, yo, there was some chemistry between you and Sarah in that thing. And then they're all going to grill Shane about wanting to fuck SNL cast members. He gets very nervous here. Watch how he reacts to some of this.
Throughout the entire night.
The whole gag.
That was cool.
The whole gag
how was
that.
Like, what was that about? Like, was she really cool?
Stop.
And support.
We got it. We know your question.
Your question is she cool?
No. I'm gonna let me read.
No, the question wasn't, is she cool? We know everyone's cool now. Everyone's great now, right? Which we all, that's what I love to hear from my top comic. That everybody is cool and great. That's really nice. Very interesting. So she's cool. So he's avoiding the subject here. He's looking very scared. This isn't like a guy having a good time here tonight.
Let me reiterate the question. Did you fuck that bitch?
No.
Shane, did you fuck that bitch?
No.
Did you fuck that bitch? He knows he can't be talking about associates like that
Your
now.
female co-star.
Look at that. Did you fuck that bitch? And look at the scared face here.
Reiterate the question. Did you fuck that bitch?
No.
Shane, did you fuck that bitch?
No. Who was which chick?
No, not even
Which chick
close.
was that?
Sarah.
Okay, so they're making Shane very uncomfortable here with all the fucking of the cast member talk.
Can't say this.
It's going to get a little worse here. Let's see.
That bitch.
No.
Who was which chick?
No, not even
Which chick
close.
was that?
Sarah.
Sherman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's the Ugliana. What was it called?
Yes.
No. Oh, I mean, that's the name of the thing. But I guess I said this on Bonfire
He's
today.
getting worried.
I find her attractive.
She's hot.
I think something she's cute.
Shane
she's
says
a lesbian.
no.
She's a lesbian.
Shane says no. Guys, can you do me a favor?
No.
Joke
It's-
World, can you please clip him saying
No,
that
no, no.
Ugliana is actually ugly, please?
No.
Well,
Joke World.
see?
She's very. Yeah.
By the way, we're getting Joke World shout-outs out there. You hear that? Joke World, can you... Joke World, how does it feel, baby?
He's made it.
All because of me. Joke World owes me his whole career. I'm the one who got that ball rolling for him. I really did. Have you ever heard of fucking Joke World outside of here? And now you're hearing it everywhere. All the top guys. Shane didn't go, who's Joke World? He knows. So look at Shane's uncomfort as Lewis tells Joke World to clip this clip about him sexualizing the co-star.
World, can you please clip him saying that ugly Anna is actually ugly, please?
No, it's
Joke World.
She's very
hilarious.
She's
too.
clearly very pretty.
She's hot.
I think her, Chloe Fineman, they have good girl cast over there, man.
Yeah.
The chicks are great.
Everybody's
All right, do me a favor. Hottest girl cast member who you'd smash backstage right now. Go say it. Good. Look at the camera. No. Jane, look at the camera. Whoa. Jane, who would you smash?
Chloe, dude. Chloe.
Showy.
Hey, you know what? I think Shermanator might fucking bring the heat. She probably doesn't catch a lot of D.
Shane, if you had to, guns against your head, you have to smash unprotected sex behind the.
Now that's the shot, huh? I mean, this is where Shane's at right now. The hand, it can be the American flag attached to this side. Because America's got a gun to his head. So poetic.
Oh, God, I feel so bad.
Gun to your head. Who would you smash on the set of SNL? Who's constantly
Meanwhile, there's
on edge about rape stuff?
We just need a second gun to his other temple.
Yes, from the other side. Yeah. So watch this.
Probably doesn't catch a lot of D.
Shane, if you had to, guns against your head, you have to smash unprotected sex behind the scenes backstage at SNL on your fucking big debut. Gun against your head.
You
Who
agreed to take audience
Colin
questions.
Jost.
Michael Longfellow.
And then he goes with the obvious answer. Michael Longfellow, one of the male cast members. Not a serious answer. He's too afraid to answer.
Michael Longfellow.
That's a beautiful guy.
He's
a beautiful guy.
yeah.
Beautiful.
They're all great.
No. Me and Sarah never know.
Oh.
Nothing? Yo. What
I
is
think
that? What
she's
does that look about, dude?
I think she's a lesbian. I'm not.
She's
guessing
not a
on that.
lesbian.
She's not.
How do you know? Doggy.
No.
You heard it here first.
He's worried.
It's not even as a. I thought
Oh, you guys know what that is, right? The fool's gold.
I was about to do a great segment on how Lewis invented a new kind of fool sip while watching Casey Rocket, but then he ruined it.
He did ruin it. We can't count that one. Yeah. Okay, look at this fool's sip being taken.
you heard it here first. She's not, I just thought it's not even as a.
Eyes wide
I thought she
open.
was.
Eyes open and drinking means big problems. I hope I've never done that on this show.
Shane,
some reason, I thought she
Shane,
had a
did
girlfriend.
should look at me in the eyes right now. Did something happen between you and that girl?
No, I swear to God, no.
He doesn't like this.
No. Why are you doing it? You're just making it.
Shane, it's okay. You don't got to kiss and tell, but look at me as your bro.
You're just making me laugh.
That's never been the truth.
No. Look.
Classic SKANKS type of humor there, huh? Classic SKANKS, New York stuff there.
For the record, we've been drinking. That's why I'm laughing.
Oh, see, he's doing records now because he knows the whole press is watching. NPR's taking a look. So listen, he's saying, for the record, now this is important. For the record, he's talking to the people he don't want to be in trouble with.
Look, for the record, we've been drinking. That's why I'm laughing. All right, I feel good. I had a couple drinks. I had a couple crisp Bud Lights, responsibly. And
I have a driver.
Remember, he is now a Bud Light spokesperson. We also saw Joe Rogan and Kid Rock settle their beef with Bud Light by promoting and drinking it. I couldn't believe my eyes. Broke my heart to be lied to like that by them. I thought they were in this, like me. You know, when I saw that Bud Light thing happen, oh my God. You know how much time I invested in that protest? To see these guys fold for cash? So that broke my heart. It broke a lot of people's heart. And they really can't believe he even did that. But you guys are so unaware of what's happening in the streets that you just thought, oh, Bud Light's it's a joke that they're protesting it, huh? That's how little you know about what's going on in the hood. We weren't kidding about this Bud Light protest. This was a big, big deal for us. And I can't believe you're drinking that rainbow juice. Okay, that's what I call it. Sissy swill. Disgusting. Trans urine. I wouldn't drink that shit if I was dying in the desert. Not me. So here is Shane. He's doing a little Bud Light plug, and we're going to hear a few more times. He really doesn't want to be associated with this type of stuff anymore.
Jake, do me a favor, be security / question guy.
Yeah, but he's being too much security, too less guy holding microphone.
Explain limu emu.
Oh, dude, so funny.
What do you mean?
That's a really stupid
He
question.
should. I mean, what kind of performance? What kind of guest is this? What kind of behavior is this? Just eyes darting around the room.
He's got too much on his shoulders.
He's got a
This is
lot
too
on his
much
shoulders.
for one man.
Was there more
That
coming
was
up
my
where he
last
says,
time code.
yeah.
But if you can remember anything for me to
Well, because I know
search.
he definitely said, the stuff they're saying is, I like these guys, but the stuff they're saying I have nothing to do with.
I'd worry about that.
That's the best thing
out
about
of
having a
sheets.
tiny
Sheets
penis.
underwear.
Okay, well, I don't think we're going to catch it here, but take it from me. He says it. He says he doesn't, he doesn't want to be really associated with what they're saying. He's not saying anything bad here, America. He's on the good side of things. So was that it? Was all the things that happened there with
Pretty
that?
much.
Shane Gillis, SNL. We hated it. We just hated it.
Makes your day.